Hey guys, it's Crystal with Art It Out, and guess what? We are here to do another magazine journal, because we did finish this one out. I got to say, guys, I had so much fun playing with this. I'm making another one. I have other journals that I could be working on, but this one is just so much fun. And if you haven't made one yet, I highly recommend it, because why? It's just a magazine, guys. It kind of helps break that barrier. If you're having trouble putting stuff on pages because, oh my god, I spent so much money on that journal, or I don't want to do this because that, this is a great way to help break those barriers down. So, you guys are going, well, Chris, you just showed us how to do one not too long ago. And it was actually back in March, I guess. March is when I made that. And reason why I'm going to show you is I've learned a few things about when I made this one. So a couple little things, nothing huge, that we're going to change up a little bit. And also I had some that said they didn't quite understand in my last video. They couldn't hear me very well. So I want to talk a little bit louder. But if you are a long-time viewer of mine, you guys know my house is lively. Mr. Bentley is autistic, and he is very loud autistic. We have everything, noises from animals to high-pitched noises to lots of things. And of course we have the lovely Sweetie over there snoring away. So, busy house, and I'm sorry about the noise. So, let's get started. What are you going to need for this? Well, for this one, if you want to do one like this, you're going to need, there's the Oprah magazine, there's also you're going to need the bigger magazines, and the other one is, hold on guys, my original one was made of an Oprah magazine. Okay guys, so, my book, this one was made from the Oprah magazine, okay? And the reason why you're going to need one of the larger ones is because of the width, because we're going to fold over, and that's going to be your page size. So you need that wide magazine. Okay, other ones that would work would be the Real Simple. They're a nice large magazine. I haven't used this one yet, for one yet. And then this one, HD TV magazine. It's not quite as big. Got a little bit shorter, but it'll work. You can technically make it from any type of magazine you guys got. I would just try to get one that's at least, to get the, I'm sorry, I don't know where any of my little rulers are. I think Bentley ran off with them. Almost 9 inches, okay? Close to that 9-inch mark, the better, okay? So, first off, what are you going to do? Well, you can see mine, Oprah's got a little tear. I'm not too worried about it, because remember, we are going to be cutting this off. The way I cut mine off, I don't have a husband that has a bunch of tools to do this for me. So I use an X-Acto knife. A ruler of some sort. I'm going to be using the middle one today. And, of course, something to cut on that's not going to cut up your desk and whatnot. I have a old kid board that Bentley decided to eat the parts to. So the back works perfect, and this is supposed to be a cut mat, but I've actually cut into it several times. So it really isn't a no-cut mat, because I've been cutting into it. Okay. Let's see here. So, how long? To be a kind of traveler size is what kind of magazines are. You're going to want to go about 8.5 inches, okay? A little less, a little more. It doesn't matter, but around that amount. Because this is your book, guys. Make it yours. I can't say that enough. So, I'm going to go to the 8.5 mark. I think so. Didn't I say 8.5? Yeah, not quite 8.5 is what that one is. So, not quite 8.5. And I want to really kind of stick with the same. As you can see, I'm going to be a little, I hope you guys are in, a little little piece here, but I'm going to cover this with something else for my cover, so I'm not too worried about it, guys, truth be told. So
what city are you in exactly?
I do want to mark it for me, though. Just to get a mark on there. That way I can kind of see where I'm going. Alright, so here we go. We're going to be cutting this side off. Like I said, I've heard a lot of ladies say they've, and you're going to get a shadow, and I do apologize, say they've had their husbands cut it. I want one of those chopper cutters. All I got's the zip one. I want a chopper, dang it. I want a chopper. So, try to, big thing though, guys, is try. Oh my goodness, I cannot say this enough. To get this to be straight. Because I'm going to tell you, if you're off, if you're a little crooked, your pages are not going to fold right. So, try your darndest to make them, I'm having a brain fart here, to make them straight. Alright, give me 2 seconds, guys, while I get this situated on here. I like that. I'm not real worried about the, just trying to keep it, see if you got an edge to work, so try to cut that bad boy straight as you can. Now, how you do it? You're going to push down on your ruler. It doesn't have to be metal, guys. The last time I used a plastic one. And you're just going to take your X-Acto knife, butt it up against there, and just keep cutting. It actually goes through pretty quick. Or you can do it like this. I gotta get rid of that. This is an older knife too. Come on, baby. There we go. Whew. See? And you just gotta finish that out. Okay. Like I said, a lot of you got ladies have told me that you had your husbands cut it for you with a saw. The chopper cutter works awesome. So, I swear though, I will put the one for the original in the down bar. And you can see, guys, I chopped that bitch quick. Alright, let me get this cleaned up and ready for the next part. Alright, we're back from that horrendous cutting. I should have sat and replaced my blade. Well, we all have those dumb moments. Alright, before we do anything besides the cutting, what you're going to want to do now, guys, is put a piece of duct tape on your, jeez Louise, your spine, okay? Look at the difference between the spines. See how this one is and this one. There's quite a bit difference. It gets fat, so you need that extra protection. I don't mind off-brands of things. I bought off-brands of everything, and use, and some of them just work just as good. But I gotta say, the duct tapes that I have tried that are not a duct tape brand suck. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't like them. Haven't had much good luck with them, so. But there's other tapes out there. This is what I use. Now you're just gonna kind of put it half and half. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's just a magazine, guys. They make new ones every day. I actually do not buy these. Well, I do technically buy them. I pay 10 cents for them at a thrift store. Oh. So, I thought about putting a few in my shop, but I don't know. So, let's see here. Now you're going to take off that little extra down here. So why do we put the duct tape on the spine? For extra strength. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to have a fun, funky one. It can be the silvery gray duct tape that we all, I think, own. At least our husbands do. because you can cover it or paint it or whatever. Ah. And try not to cut yourself. Cutting fine on here. I'm just having one of those days. I should have known not to do this today. You guys have those days and you're like when you start doing stuff you're going, I can't not believe I'm doing this today. Yeah, it's one of those. So, there we go. That is good to go. Now, first tip that I learned is, no matter how, you guys see me use this, I put a lot of wet medium, oh my Jehovah's Witness. Dang it. I put a lot of wet medium in this, okay, a lot. A lot. So, what happened was, technically my cover in this came apart. I actually had to, I glued it, threw some glue in the middle. But also, the way we do it, we lose our cover, okay? This was the same as this. It was. Well, as we use it and we work it and play with it, it starts bowing. This is a great bow. A lot of times this can completely like curl. So, and I showed you guys how to make sure you're doing curl by alternating where you work at. Do like 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Do some in the middle. Don't start from front and go back because you're gonna lose a lot of your book. So, hope any of that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is we're going to not just fold these over completely, because we're gonna want. I want this to be a little bit longer to cover this up. So I'm going to go at least a 1/2 inch when I go to fold. I'm going to leave it a 1/2 inch. Now, I would recommend your title page covers in your back. Take that first page with it. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Let me show you. You use a glue stick. I got this on cheap from Hobby Lobby's brand. It was like on clearance back in the back. There were 2 giant sticks for like 79 cents. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll try that. So, cover, you make sure you put a lot of glue, sticky glue on here, because you want it to go with this one. Okay, go ahead and shut it. You're going to do that. Okay, now we're going to go back in the back and do this one. And we're doing this for another strength, to strengthen up those spine, or the covers. And also because it kind of the first page and the last page to the covers kind of just sit wonky. So this is a good way to fix that wonkiness and make it stick better. Or be stronger, excuse me. Okay, same way. I'm going to just shut it. Start from out and work like that. That way it helps keep those air bubbles out. This one actually, I think, a little bit thinner of an Oprah magazine than what I did last time. Okay, so now we are going to, I'm going to pull this back. That first page, okay, crack that spine. Now you're going to take some type of masking tape, or if you want to use I would really use masking tape for the front and back cover. Now what you use inside's up to you, but I would use this for just an extra to keep those pages sitting right. Alright guys, so we got our tape down the middle. Sorry about that, my battery cut out. So, now normally, like I said last time, I told you just take it to the middle and do it. Well, like I said, I want mine to stick out longer to cover this edging. So I'm going to actually, I really wish I knew where my smaller friggin' things were. This is killing me here. Killing me with this damn long one. So, go in the middle. I'm going to go 1/2 inch. I'm going to mark it. And you're probably going, well, why are you worried about marking it? Normally, you know me, I don't worry about that. But I'm going to do the other side, so I want it to make sure. Okay. Now, you're going to fold this first before you do anything else. You're going to fold it. Okay, now, you're going to glue it. Fold them before you glue them, guys. Otherwise, you're going to get wrinkles. They're going to stick, and then you're going to have to pull them, and it's just a whole big old mess. Fold them, then glue them. I hope that makes sense. I'm hoping. What is underneath here? Okay, I'll actually put that up there if I get a good, nice seal. If you have a bone folder, there you go. I don't, so we don't worry about it. Oh, where's my card? I don't even know where my card is. There we go. Okay, rubbing on there. Alright, now, if you wanted to, you could put a piece of tape right here to make it blend. I'm not going to worry about that right now because my cover I don't know what I'm going to do with, so. Okay, we're going to do the same thing we did there to the back. Okay, remember we already have a couple pages glued together here. The last page and that page glued. Same thing as before. I'm going to go, I'm going to go ahead and fold this one first and then tape it. Because, you know, why not? Dangerous that way. Showing you that you can do it either way. So we'll go 1/2 inch out. Remember, you're gonna fold. Okay, now stick out. I know. A lot of you like to prep your guys' books with gesso and stuff. I'm all for that. I'll actually sit down and do like 5 or 6 spreads of it, but that's it. I would recommend not sitting down and doing a whole book of gesso or painting on the background because it is a magazine. It needs to, when you put stuff on it, you need to dry it. Otherwise, it's going to fall apart on you a lot quicker and a lot easier. So, if you are a prepper, which is great, prep in small increments. You know, do those 5 or 6 pages instead of, or 5 or 6 spreads instead of the whole book. It will help because you're taking time to dry it in between instead of just wham bam thank you ma'am and pushing it out. There we go. Cut off the extra. And this one's not stuck down, but like I said, I'm not worried about it right now completely because I don't know what I'm going to do for my cover for this one. No clue. I usually don't. Alright, so we have our covers. Okay. Now here we go. Now this one, I end up taking out, another tip is I took it out more as I went along in this one. I did take out more pages than I initially started with. So, I have 54 pages in there. Not 1, 2, just literally 1, 2, 54. So, and it's still pretty friggin' chunky. I think I'm going to take out a few more. Because I like mine chunky. I love mine chunky. But few of them were kind of hard to maneuver with. So, I would recommend not doing quite so many as 54. This one has how many does this one have? I don't remember. I think it was 100 something. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one, pull one, do one, pull one, do one, pull one. So, we're going to start, let's start at the front. I'm going to do the few with you to show you how to do it. And this is how I do it. You want to go, if you're going, this is the front, you're going to bend inward. Go to that spine. And there. I had a card that I was using for this, but okay. There you go. Now I'll do a couple, then glue, but since it's with you guys, I won't. So there's one here. Crease it. This is a nice thing to do, just sit down and just mindless type of a thing. There's one. Okay, now what I say, we're going to do one, pull one. If you don't want to pull them, you could cut them if you're afraid that you're going to rip them out or something. So. Like I said, you do not have to use the glue I use. Use what you have. You know, Elmer's glue works great. Or whatever you use, it doesn't matter. Now, if there's a page you actually like this one, I like that. I'm going to actually fold it this way, I think, because I do like that look. I think it'll be kind of cool. Yeah. So if there is a page you really like, don't be afraid to go the other way. Okay, same thing if you do that and put the glue on. Now I can rock and roll these pretty good because usually I'll go through, fold them, and then go through, glue them, fold them, glue them, do a few at a time. So, I did, but here's the thing we're going to do, which we're getting ready to do it. Let me do this here. If you didn't get it right on, that's alright too. Just tuck it down in that spine, and you'll be good to go. Okay, I'm going to rub it. Alright, so I did 3, right? I'm not going to pull. Now I'm going to go in the back. Because remember, you want to keep that spine straight. And if you keep doing it one way, your spine's going to start curving with the movement and the use. This is a good way to do it where you're not going to have that issue. So, we're going back, so we're going to be doing them this way. Okay, same thing. Mark it here. There's one. I'm just going to kind of do what I normally do. There's one. I'm going to pull one. You're probably going, you didn't glue it yet, Crystal. No, I didn't. It's alright. This is how I'm showing you how I normally do it because it's a lot quicker. I fold over a few. Alright guys, as you guys are going along and doing your pages, I count out my pages and I'm not quite at halfway, and so probably I was pulling every other one. 1, 2, 3. Well, pulling every other one wasn't. I would have had way too many. Not enough pages in mine if I would have kept going at every other one. So I'm actually not pulling as many now. Depends on how many pages you want. I was just having a brain fart. And I also showed you to fold your pages. Oh my goodness, I just had one of those days. Them going that way and them going that way. Another way I showed in the last one is this side I pushed in, that side I pushed in. As long as you're doing like kind of an opposite, it's fine. Like you have the magazine doing folded one way, the other half the other way. It helps. It's another strength, guys. That's all that is. So if you, I'm going to take this one out. So if you're not comfortable doing like this way, then flip them around the other way. Just make sure the other side is going the opposite way. You're flipping them a different way. It doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. It's just a extra strength. I don't know how much my video cut off on you. I didn't realize. Sorry. So I thought I'd come on and share that with you. I'm still doing 5 in front, 5 in back. 5 in front, 5 in back. Tucking those in if you need to, rubbing them down like that. Make sure you're folding the opposite way. It doesn't matter if you fold towards the spine, out of the spine, just make sure half the book's going one way and half the book's going the other. And if you have that one picture that you really like, it's okay to fold it the same way, you know. Do what you like. You see, this one I folded this way, and this one I folded that way. Alrighty. Because I like the picture on the one. That's why I did it this way. I'm just having a heck of a time. And if you really have to smush them in there, it's alright. Remember, just a magazine. Alrighty guys, so here it is. You got all your pages folded now. Folded and glued. Now, what you can do in prep if you want is go through and take your tape, your masking tape. You could use washi tape, use whatever you guys got. Whatever floats your boat. Here, I'll use a different type of tape here, just to show you. It is a masking tape too, but at least it's pretty. And you're going to put that down the middles of these. Before you put gesso down, before you do anything, put your piece of tape down. It helps keep the wetness out of the crack. There you go. And it helps keep your spine intact, okay? Now, here's the tidbit I'm going to tell you. Do it to every page. You need to do that to pretty much every page. So that's your other tip that I have found will make this, your completed journal, a lot easier. And I took out pages, like I said, we started off taking every other one, and then I kind of stopped because it was getting a little too thin. This one ends up with 41 pages. Not front and backs, it's just literally 41 pages. That would be 82, 1, 2. So 41 double that would be actually 82. But I do a lot of double spreads. So now this one, my first one I counted it 54 pages. So it actually had 80. Or it had 108. Yeah, so 54 pages. So, now, what are we going to do? Like I said, I'm actually going to go ahead and tape this down just because I'm here. Now, how you want to decorate this after you tape up your tape is up to you. I do not sit down and go through and tape it all. I'm not like that. I do that when I go to sit down and actually art is when I tape my page and when I gesso my page. That's when I do it, guys, not before. I do hit the front and back and probably kind of the middle, but other than that, it is do as I go. So that is how it is. Hold on, guys, let him finish doing what he's doing. I'm sorry this video is it just seems kind of out there today. I'm feeling a little kind of spacey. And I mean I'm kind of dizzy a little bit and just kind of not myself right now. But I wanted to get this done. So, I'm not going to show you guys how to make your covers. That's on you. Make it your journal. I've seen everybody do. This is actual tape that's been painted on a jelly plate, and you do the tape pull. That's what that is. And then washi tape. So I've had them, a lot of collage work on them. So make it your own. If you want to see how mine ended up, check out the next video where I actually work in the new magazine. So, let's review the tips. Leave out, okay, double your front cover and back cover with one of your pages in it. Glue it down with it, okay? Before you actually have an overlay on your cover, add about 1/2 inch. Take out pages. How many is up to you, but take some out because you're not gonna be able to have as much room as you want if you don't. I think 30, 40 is a good number. This one's at 41. Another tip: do not go through and pre-gesso all of your pages. Don't do it. Do it as you go, or do a few and then another day do another few. But before that, before you get gesso happy, put your masking tape, your washi tape, whatever tape you're using, put that stuff down. You do not, like I said, have to do this all at once. I do it kind of as I go, and you see I'm doing a few right now just to get it started. Give it a little more strength. That's it. It's all about strengthening because it is just a magazine. What makes it great to play on is also a downfall if you do not do those extra strength items to it. So, I hope I wasn't totally out there for you guys. I hope these few tips helped you guys out. Try before you keep adding on. They're just thin magazine papers, guys. Happiness to you. Go make a mess. If you want to share your magazine arts, come over to the Art It Out Facebook group. We share our magazine art. We share Mini Mission of Happiness. We share whatever the prompt is for the week. We have lots of fun over there. We'd love to see you guys. Bye!